Now I'm shaking, drinking all this coffee. These last few.
Good day, everyone. I am Jenny Marie Sumabong, just called me Teacher Jen. And today, we will explore something exciting that we can see almost every day in the night sky, which is the phases of the moon. Have you noticed that the moon looks different on different nights? Sometimes it looks like a thin smile, other times half a circle, and sometimes a big round ball of light. These changes are called the phases of the moon. And today, we'll learn all about them. Before we begin our lesson, let's play a quick game. This will help us activate what we already know about the moon. Look closely at these pictures of the moon. Here are two questions for you. Number 1. Which one is the full moon? Number 2. Which one is the new moon? Okay, think carefully. The full moon is the one that looks like a big, bright, glowing circle in the sky. The new moon, on the other hand, is the one that looks dark or hidden. Sometimes we cannot see it at all. Well done! That's our first step in learning about moon phases. Did you know why does the moon change shape? The moon does not make its own light. It only reflects the light of the sun. So, as the moon goes around Earth, the sun shines on different parts of it. From Earth, we can only see the side that is facing us. Sometimes, the sun lights up the whole side, sometimes half and sometimes none. So, this is why we see different shapes of the moon. These shapes are what we call the phases of the moon. Here's an example. When the moon's lit side is completely hidden from us, we call that the new moon. When the moon's lit side is fully showing, we call it the full moon. And in between these two, we see the half moons, crescents, and gibbous phases. Here's a question. Do you sometimes get confused about the words waxing and waning? Don't worry, many people do. Let's make it clear. When the moon is waxing, it means the moon is growing. More and more light is visible each night. The right side of the moon looks bright. Example, waxing crescent, first quarter, and waxing gibbous. When the moon is waning, it means the moon is shrinking. Less and less light is visible each night. The left side of the moon looks bright. Example, waning gibbous, last quarter, and waning crescents. So remember, waxing equals growing. Waning equals shrinking. Okay. Now, let's check what you've learned with some activities. Get ready to think. Let's start with an example. Which moon phase is the brightest at night? Yes, it is the full moon. Because it reflects the moon's sunlight, it lights up the night sky. Okay, here's the true activities. Here's the question number 1. After the new moon, which phase comes next? Think about it. Okay, the answer is waxing crescents. That's when we see a small curved sliver of light. The next question is, what do you call the moon when it looks like a thin curve just before the new moon? Correct, it's waning. It is the last step before the moon disappears into the new moon again. So, okay, Let's have a reflection on our learnings today. Number 1. Which part of the moon phases lesson was the easiest for you to understand and why? Second, which part of the most difficult? How can you improve on it? Last one is, and how can you test yourself if you really know how to order the new moon phases? So, these questions will help you think deeper and remember the lesson better. Lastly, let's make it more personal. What special memory do you have that includes moon? Okay, so when I was a child, I used to look up at the night sky and wonder why the moon sometimes look round, sometimes half, and sometimes it even seems to disappear. I remember one night before an exam, I looked at the full moon shining so brightly and felt calm, like it was watching over me. The moon became a reminder that just like its phases, like it's also sometimes dark, but always moving in cycles. That made me realize how special and meaningful the moon really is. And that brings us to the end of our lesson on the phases of the moon. Today, you've learned why moon changes shapes and difference between waxing and waning and the names of the phases. Great job, everyone! You are now moon experts. Thank you and have a good day.
I've been exhausting. I'm lost in my imagination.